People ask Reddit, what made the high school legend become a legend? We had a teacher who was infamous for not letting you go to the bathroom no matter what. I mean, so much so that if you accidentally started your period in class, she'd make you wait. This happened. So there was a girl who we'll call Katie in class, who tended to be a bit of a troublemaker. Katie hated that teacher, because she begged to go to the bathroom and got shut down every time. At the end of the year, Katie asked one more time to go to the bathroom. The teacher said no. Katie asked another time 5 minutes later. The teacher said no again. 5 minutes after that, Katie asked again, but said that the teacher was not going to like what happened if the teacher didn't let her go. The teacher hit the roof and said that if she said one more thing, Katie would be sent to the principal. Katie shrugged and said, "This is on you," and pissed on her seat, right where she was. The teacher sent her to the principal, who called her parents, one of which was a urologist. Her father yelled at the principal. Her father yelled at the principal. The teacher ended up in deep shit. According to other kids, she never denied another kid the bathroom again. Katie was a ducking legend. Years ago, my sister got a bladder infection that was partly caused by holding in pee too long. She ended up having to go to the ER on Christmas Eve. She recovered fine but now has to be extra careful about how long she holds it in. Holding it in too long can really fuck with your insides. I'm glad that teacher got called out. That's why her dad, the urologist, was so angry. The principal got a lecture on what holding it in can do to a body. I didn't know this was a thing. In my late teens, I used to hold it in for amusement to see how long I could go. I'd always stop around hour 4 because it would start to hurt. But I thought it was harmless. It's pretty stupid, but a friend wore a Walmart hot dog costume and for some reason everyone thought it was funny, started chanting "Hot Dog Kid," and he won the Best Halloween Costume Award of that year. Next year he wore a penguin costume, and as he stepped up on stage he ripped it off to reveal the hot dog costume underneath. Everybody fucking lost it. Sadly, we have a rule that you can't win 2 years in a row, so while he didn't get the prize, we all knew who had the best costume that day. That is how the legend of Hot Dog Kid was born at my high school. The second year appearance was just pure genius, ha ha ha. The pacing, the plot twist, the commitment. The guy was truly a mastermind of wearing a hot dog suit. The senior class was gathered in the gym for a pep rally type event, but there weren't any planned events, so we students were getting bored and restless. In an effort to engage us, teachers offered to let kids tell jokes into the microphone. The very first guy that goes to the microphone triumphantly asks, "How deep are we gonna go, Ben?" And every male at the stand shouted back, "Balls deep." How deep? Balls deep. The call and response quickly ended when the teachers swarmed him and took away the microphone. Jokes were over for the day. Later in the year they hold another senior event in the gym, but instead of jokes they let kids sing karaoke. Fun. Until the microphone goes missing between songs. Everyone is seated in the stands when that same guy stands up, just laughing his ass off because someone handed him the microphone. The teachers say, "Don't." And he just keeps laughing. He manages to ask a single question into the microphone. How deep? For the first time I understood school pride as 900 students, even the girls, joined in shouting "Balls deep." Legend. As a teacher, I would have the hardest time not laughing my ass off. That's the hard part of being an adult. All the dumb shit is still funny, we just have to keep it together. I liked it at school when you could see the teacher trying not to laugh, and then every now and again, they couldn't control it. Someone installed games onto the school's server. There were a bunch of N64 emulators, Peggle, and some other games. But then there were also LAN games that could be played against anyone/everyone in the school, including Counter-Strike and Halo. Sometimes you'd go on and there'd be no one, other times there'd be 10v10 fight in Blood Gulch. It lasted at least 10 years, but don't know if it has been taken down since. Edit, this blew up way more than I was expecting. For those of you asking, this happened around 2008 in California. But I'm glad this has been experienced across the world in multiple generations of gamers. Some of the games you all had on your school computers were before my time, and some were just coming out on consoles. Thank you for the gold and other awards. I hope there continues to be ways around the system so that younger generations can always have this experience. The tech teachers at my school helped us install stuff like this, i.e. Hello CE, in a hidden folder and hosted LAN tournaments at the end of every semester. It was fucking awesome, dude. I just love the idea of launching the game and seeing a 10v10 in progress over the school LAN network. Halfway through my last year of high school, someone managed to put a ceramic toilet on top of our multi-story gymnasium. I have no idea how that feat was achieved. The school staff didn't know either, nor could they figure out how to get it off the roof once they found it. As a result, it remained on the gym for the remainder of my time there. I never found out who did it, but I will admire them until my dying day. It was Dr. Janitor, and that was his epiphany toilet. Colombian kid was getting bullied until he kicked his bully upside the head big time. That little prick of a bully didn't know Carlos, the Colombian, competed in Taekwondo tournaments at the national level for Colombia. There was a kid who was being initiated into a Laotian gang where he was supposed to get jumped, beat up, by his fellow gang members. In theory, you're supposed to just take it to prove how tough you are, but this guy had competed in the Pan Am Games for some kind of martial arts. So he kicked everyone's ass. When I was in high school, Doc Martens were a thing. And there were gangs who would roll people for their docs, basically stealing them. After this happened to this really quiet, nice guy a few times, our friend, a martial arts enthusiast who was solid muscle, went with him, both of them wearing docs. He beat up 8 guys, with witnesses, and took all of their docs, including the 2 pairs they stole from the first guy. The martial arts guy never said anything, either, but of course the story got around. His last name was Alcock and he ran for student council. His campaign posters consisted simply of his slogan, "Part man, part machine, Alcock." Did he win? Administration made him take down all the signs. In 9th grade, one of our teachers got sick, so we got a sub. And this kid just starts talking in a strong Spaniard accent, like super well, and convinces the teacher he is from Spain. And he talks this way for 3 months. It was hilarious. And when another kid tried talking as a Spaniard too, he got really upset and accused the other kid of mocking his culture, etc. Then when the year ended, we had to do a presentation and our teacher who got sick came. So the kid just nodded through the whole presentation while his group mates talked. It was hilarious. Our AP English teacher went out on maternity leave, and we got a sub who did not give a single shit. We were studying Romeo and Juliet, and she just decided to throw on the 1968 Zeffirelli film version. She just brought out a book and started reading. Well, she didn't think that out too well, because Juliet gets topless in that one. Some little shit said, "Ma'am, I didn't get that scene, could we rewind it?" She barely looked up. Totally missed the boobs. 5 whole students pulled this, including a girl, before she noticed. Those 5 were gods in the school for a little bit. Thank you for listening to another B-Town Reddit Stories episode. Hit the subscribe button and check out our channel for more stories. Let us know your opinion about this topic in the comments.